All right, let's talk about chemistry 1129. On page V, we have a couple problems to do related to cell electrode potential. These problems, I'm not sure I'm going to explain them in all the chemical terminology that the PACE does, but let me just kind of demystify for you what's happening and how to set up the equations to get the right answers on these problems. Let's look at this example 9.6 first of all. Now this part right here of what's given is not in the problem here. But if you look back at the table, we can find the E value, okay? And we can also find the equations that give us these E values. So I will tell you though that on the self-test and the PACE test, they're going to give you the equations and they'll give you the numbers, okay? So you don't have to look them up on the table. But for the homework here and for the checkup, you are expected to look back at the chart to get this information. So all of this is given. And I think what I have figured out makes the most sense, at least to me anyways, is you look for the one that is the negative value, okay? And that's the equation. So that's the zinc. That would be this one right here. So that's the one that you're going to change the order. So we're going to put the zinc first and then have the zinc ion with the 2 electrons coming after it. By reversing the reaction, it changes it to be a positive value for the 7,6. And we always want to end up with both of these being positive voltages, so we end up with a positive voltage. So we're never going to add 2 negatives, and we're never going to add a positive and a negative. So whatever the negative one is, that's the one we're going to change. It's going to become positive. And then when you add those 2 positives together, right here, you add them together and you get the total, okay? Then the last step is they've written these 2 equations. What they want you to see is that the 2 electrons on this side and the 2 electrons on this side basically balance each other out. And so we're going to bring the Hg down, over here, bring the zinc down, doesn't matter what order you do it in really. And then on the other side, we'll keep the, in this case, mercury and the zinc. And again, the order doesn't really matter. So now that we've kind of shown you those steps, and there's another example here, I think on this page you can study, let's go ahead and do one of the problems together. So this problem says a half cell containing bromine and bromine ion is connected to a half cell containing magnesium ion and magnesium to form a voltaic cell. Determine the proper direction for each half cell reaction to assure a spontaneous complete cell reaction. Find the value of the E, the electrode potential. All right, so remember what I said on the example. We're looking for the one that has the negative value, so that would be this one right here. And we're going to change that to go in the opposite direction. So we'll do Mg yields magnesium ion plus 2 electrons, and that will give us a positive 2.38 volts. And then below it, we'll write the Br2 to make sure you're writing all this down yourself, okay? Plus 2 electrons yields 2 Br negative, and that is 1.06 volts. Okay? Draw a line. The last step, and you're going to do this yourself. I don't need to do this for you. Add the 2 voltages together, and that will give you your answer over here. The electrons balance out. So you're going to bring the magnesium down plus Br2 yields, and then I'm going to let you bring these last 2 down, okay? And put them right there. Basically, that's all there is to it. So I think Now that we've kind of held your hand and walked your way through this one, I think you should be able to do the next one on your own. There is one on the checkup, one on the self-test, and there is one on the PACE test like this. So even if you're not totally understanding it, you're not going to fail the PACE because of this. And even if you don't understand all the terminology, if you can at least remember to reverse the reaction for the negative one, and then just add the two reactions together to get your final answer, you will have what they're looking for, okay? So do your best on this. The solution, the answer key has the solution guide, so it shows you all the steps. So if you do get it wrong, you can check your work and see which step you messed up on. And I hope you do well on this.